again with Kimberly Down South. It is Saturday, December 27th, and what am I doing? I'm hanging wallpaper. I've got a project going on in my bathroom. Hanging the wallpaper. I've got some trim work out. I've got to get it up on this wall and do a little bit of stuff here at my bathtub. So I'm trying to stay busy. Let me flip this thing around. Hi everybody, it's Kimberly with Kimberly Down South, and this is my Slimming World channel. You have caught me in my kitchen just tidying up. I'm not cooking anything really. I am about to put some eggs to boil in my Instant Pot so I can just have some available throughout the week if I want to snack, if I want to put them in a salad or whatever. So I'm going to have those ready. So I am getting ready to do that. And I was just going to catch up with you. I am about to do some dishes. Let me get my eggs set in there. I'm about to do some dishes and watch Luke John, who is doing a, I guess a breakdown. He got his books yesterday, which I think was Saturday, in his class, and he was going to share some information about that. A lot of the stuff we kind of already know about, but no one that I know of up until now actually has had a book in hand. So I'm just going to see what he has to say about that. Give me 1 second. I've known about the changes, but I have not yet sat down. They've made changes. They updated the site, so I haven't yet gone in and looked closely at everything. That's what I was going to do, I think, the last time I checked in, but I still haven't gotten down to that yet. But I'm trying to set myself up for a successful week, so I'm trying to get some things in order. Besides the eggs, I was thinking about going ahead and preparing some potatoes. So all I have to do is warm those up, and then all I have to do is kind of like look at my proteins and my other vegetables. There's some vegetables I wanted, but I ended up ordering my groceries, frozen vegetables, but I ended up ordering my groceries from a different store than the store that has the frozen vegetables I want. So I'm still trying to pull myself back out of the holiday, which for me lasted from November, right before Thanksgiving, all the way up until Christmas. And well, even the day or so, Christmas Day, I had decided I was going to start, really doing better. And then, as happens around here, some more family brought some more treats, things that we don't usually have, things that are items maybe that our mothers used to make that we don't usually make on an everyday basis, but around the holidays we'll try to recreate some of those dishes. Although I didn't do mine this year. I didn't go to my family Christmas get together. I just wasn't feeling. My brother wasn't going to be there. My dad wasn't going to be there. Although the rest of my family, my aunt and then my cousins, but I think it was a pared down Christmas for everybody, so I didn't end up going, and so I didn't make chicken and dumplings. That must be an American thing. I think the dumplings that you guys are used to is different than what we are used to. And there's nothing really Slimming World friendly about chicken and dumplings. So I ended up not going to that. I think, I don't know, I think I got into, even though I didn't think I was, I think I still got into like, well, depression is a strong word, but even though I did, I mean, I'm going to say like, the whole Christmas season was the best Christmas season I've had in a long time, and I did a lot of activities with friends and special events and things like that, but I think I was still in my feelings, even, I guess this is the 3rd year on since I lost my mother, and I wasn't unhappy per se, but I just didn't feel like getting out of the house. Sometimes I didn't feel like socializing, so I guess that is sort of a depression. And I don't know, I mean, I thought I would do better over Christmas being myself here, but I ended up feeling like I was eating a lot of bad foods, bad snacky foods that I don't normally have around the house. I had some Belgian waffles. I had regular sausage, not things that were the healthier kinds of sausages, like a turkey sausage or a chicken sausage. I think the thing that was that I can foresee as probably like the biggest culprit of my snacking really was making my chai tea lattes, but making them not in the, lower sin or now SWIPs, the lower SWIP range. I would do like the full-on, not sugar-free creamer. I would use sugar instead of like a sweetener. Things that I could have made decisions better, but I didn't. And I would probably have 2 to 3 of those lattes in a day. I would have one in the morning around breakfast, and I for sure would have one at night after my meal. And, 2 of those together in a day is already, I think, 11 SWIPs, and I'm only getting like, is it 12? I'm only getting like 12 to 15 or something like that. I don't know, but I'm just saying it was too many. And okay, here's the thing for me, like, even if you're making the sins fit into the allowance, that doesn't always mean it's okay. You're like, oh, but I ate within my sin allowance. Well, but what are you, it's not always how much you're having, but what you're actually eating. So if I'm putting in like sugars and, all that full fat stuff, on the milk, and I think that's going to stop you. Even if you're within sometimes your range, I think you're still going to not lose weight. So I think what you eat is sometimes as important, if not more important, as making it fit within your SWIP allowance. So anyway, I don't really have an excuse, because I'm the only person in my household, so the only thing that is allowed in my house is what I'm allowing to be in here, because I'm the only one that's eating out of my house. So I think I've got to really get strict with myself, get away from the sugars again, which is obviously a downfall for me. And in saying that, my doctor, I was on like the borderline of being diabetic. So my doctor put me on metformin, and honestly, for me, I was doing really well with it because it was curbing my sugar cravings. Well, I had gotten lax in taking my medication, I would say for a month now. And I really think that had a lot to do with me initially having that craving to eat sugar and then carrying on eating the sugar. So I'm trying to get away from that. I have gone back to what I was having before, which is yogurt with a little bit of either Bon Maman or St. Dalfor's jam, or slicing an apple and having my sugar-free caramel drizzle. Then I'm getting a fruit in there with my apples. I also bought some easy peelers, or mandarins is what they call them here. And I'm trying to get back to what I was doing when I was being successful. But that's the food side. I still have to work on the mental side. I can't look at somebody else and say, oh, well, it's not my fault, somebody else brought me this. But the decision to eat the thing that somebody brought me is my decision. And so there's no one else to blame but me for the weight gain. But I'm trying to go back. I'm waiting for this new book to get here. I'm about to watch Luke John talk about the new book. And I'm going to start back on basics, you know, like I was in the beginning, which is tracking everything, maybe going into my list and refiguring the SWIPs to make sure the things that I had stored in there, which are my American foods, make sure that they are still the same SWIPs that they were when I first figured them out on the SWIP estimator. And just posting what I eat in a day. I've got a few things that I have recorded over the last couple of days, so I'm going to put that up. And as you know, and I've always said that I do YouTube for my own accountability, to make myself accountable for the things that I'm eating. So I got to make sure that I'm keeping up with that. I kind of slacked off from that a little bit too over the holidays. So I'm going to get back with that. And like I said before, I had some other ideas in mind of things I wanted to do on my video, so I'm going to do that as well. And my birthday will be coming up in May, so I have goals that are number goals, and then I have goals that are date goals. In general, I would like to lose 2 pounds a week. I would like to lose a certain amount of weight by my birthday. I would like to lose a certain amount of weight by the time we have spring break at lunch at school. I like going from one stone bracket to the other. We do pounds in the States, but I set my scales to do stone because I feel like if I did it in pounds, I would be a little bit more traumatized than if I do it in stone. So I set my scales to stones. So I like going from one stone bracket to the next because I know that's like 14 pounds or around 14 pounds. So I've got to do the steps that I did in the beginning with the enthusiasm that I had in the beginning, and now with an actual support group that, you know, community that I feel a part of, since I don't get to go to an in-person group. So I've got to take advantage of all my resources, all the tools that I have, and this part I still got to work on, though. Now that the holidays are over, I've got to get with the activity. Activity is good. I mean, your main weight loss to me is going to be in your food choices, but activity helps. And before, I was going to the gym to swim like 2 days a week, and I think that I'm going to do that again. Make sure I'm swimming at least 2 days a week. Something I haven't done, but I'm interested in trying, is yoga. And there is a place not far from here, and they do a yoga class. So I may check into that, or at least do it from my own home. So that's something new to try. And yeah, so I got to get everything back in line. And again, no one to point fingers at except myself for the decisions that I make. And as our patriarch Jane Day says, if you work the plan, it will work for you. I forget the exact saying. If you work it, it will work, or something like that. So it's true. The plan is there. This is your map. If you're following along on the map and you decide to take this side road, well, that's your choice. But we gave you the map on how to get there. And if you go that way, you've either got to come back and get back on the map, or figure your way back around. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you with this. I am going to finish doing my kitchen work. I'm going to post up a few of the videos of what I've eaten over the last couple of days, and maybe my last few memories of my Christmas that just happened before the new year, and then completely wipe that slate clean from 2025 and take the lessons I've learned into 2026 and have a new, a new fresh start. I mean, my fresh start is starting today. It's starting now. You don't have to wait till the new year. But I'm going to transition out of that and into the new year, and just be positive and hope for new things. I'm sorry the sun is so bright, which I'm happy about. I had a new window put into my kitchen several months back, and I can't tell you how nice it is to have a nice window with a lot of light coming into my kitchen. So I'm going to go and finish up. I will catch up with you guys later. I'm going to watch this video, and I might come back and make some comments about it. I don't know. If there's something I need to say after I watch it, I'll let you know. All right, talk to you soon. Bye. So Saturday, December the 27th, I'm having 2 sausage patties. Those are 1 SWIP each. I'm having 2 mandarins. Those are free. And then I have a hash brown. I think my hash browns are, it's either 2.5 or 3.5 cents. And that is my breakfast. Alright, this is my dinner. I've got the Campbell's ham and bean soup. It's 1.5 SWIPs. I've got my Diet Pepsi, caffeine free. I've got my 2 slices of toast. That's my healthy extra fiber. And then I've got butter on this, and I put it at about probably like 5 cents. It's more than a 10-gram pat, but not as much as the other. So anyway, that's my dinner.